Hey everybody, welcome right back to this channel, man. Welcome back, okay? In this video, man, we're going to be talking about the NFL. Thursday's coming, Thanksgiving. You already know it's turkey time, man. Watching football, that's just a known thing. Watching football on Thanksgiving, that's just the historical time of what we do, okay? So I'm excited about that. But before we get into the NFL, right? My name is Isaiah Austin. Welcome back to the channel, the IDA Kings Video Production Channel. Okay, please hit the like, comment, and subscribe. Please do all that at once. Okay, and then hit that bell notification to know when I post and upload new videos. Okay, let me tell you something. We all know Texans ended up getting a big win on that Thursday night game. Okay, last week against the Bills, getting all those sacks. We all know that. Going into the Sunday after that game, which was a fun and masterful game from the Texans on defense, getting all those sacks, we went and seen the Chiefs beat the Colts in final overtime after the Colts were up in the game, I think 20-3 or something of that nature. Okay, they were up in that game. The Colts ended up choking that game away and lost to a really competitive team in the Chiefs in final overtime. Another close game that was really, really wild. Really wild. The Steelers were up in this game against the Bears, and then the Bears ended up coming back, winning the game by 3. Ended up winning 31-28. The Steelers are in trouble. Now they are down in second place behind the Ravens. Okay, that is a tough situation to be in. Okay, you don't want to be in that situation, especially after the Ravens start getting on the roll. They can and will probably win this division if the Steelers don't get back right and do what they got to do. That's another game that happened. That was a real competitive, close game. Another real close, tight game was that Patriots versus Bengals, man. That Patriots versus Bengals. Okay, the Bengals are now 3-8 after the Patriots got a big win and got a tough win and got a real close win. I think they had a hard time in that red zone, but they won the game. I believe they're 10-2 now. They're ready to roll into this postseason. I'm excited to see them play. The Bengals, I'm excited to see Joe Burrow, but I gotta be honest, I'm a fan. I want to see it. I'm a little selfish because I want to see greatness. But at the end of the day, the team it don't make sense for them to play him when they're 3-8. Okay, coming on that Thursday game against the Ravens, a tough team, right? Tough defense. That's on a roll. I'm not a fan of that happening. That obviously Ravens or Bengals will come on Thursday, this Thursday for Thanksgiving. Shocked, shouldn't be happening, but it is what it is. Okay, but I can't wait, and I'm excited. Another game, obviously, we just talked about them. The Ravens beat the Jets 23-10. Okay, did they thing? They beat them. Nothing crazy in that game. Nothing wild. Seattle versus Titans, that was a little closer. 30-24. Seahawks ended up winning. The Packers ended up pulling away against the Vikings. They made McCarthy look really, really bad in that game. Look really, really bad. And that Packers defense was on fire, getting sack after sack after sack on JJ McCarthy, and Jefferson has looked worse than he's had in his career, and I think it's because of the quarterback. Respectfully, he played with so many different quarterbacks. I think it's because of the quarterback play, because Jefferson's still getting good looks, getting open at times. Now, of course, they're going to try to bracket him as best they can, of course. But overall, I think the Vikings have to find a way to get him the ball way better. The Giants ended up losing a real tight game in final overtime against them Lions. It was a real close game. That was a good game, and I watched most of that game, about all of it. It was so fun, man. Back and forth offense, back and forth scoring, back and forth, things of that nature. Jameis Winston throwing that ball around, slinging that thing, and the offense of Jared Goff slinging that thing. It was fun. It was real good. Real fun in that game. Real magical. And the Lions ended up winning 34-27. That was a fun game. This is another close game, final OT, 27-24. Jaguars versus Cardinals. Oh my goodness, that was real good. Okay, Cardinals almost got a big win, but the Jaguars had to get a win to stay in that playoff contention, stay in that trying to fight in that race with the Colts to get to that to win the division. But we never know, the Colts might end up pulling away in that division. But still, the Jaguars went to stay afloat, and they got a big win, big win against the Cardinals. Real close game. Another real good game, 24-10. Falcons ended up winning against Saints, 24-10. Browns ended up winning against the Raiders. Shador looked pretty solid in that game. Real solid. Nothing crazy. The first week, obviously, y'all know that malpractice that Coach Stefanski had, not giving Shador first team reps with the starters as a backup. Unbelievable, unacceptable. So that was piss poor. And but in this game, obviously, he started. He looked even better. He did a lot of great things, made a lot of great reads. like he does, slinging that ball within the pocket, making right plays and stuff like that. They play the 49ers coming up. That's going to be a big game, because that defense is good. They're in playoff contention as well. The Falcons end up getting a big win, 24-10, beating them Saints. I know Penix Jr. is out, I believe, for the rest of the season, but they did a good job getting a big win against the Saints. That was a good job getting that big win that they needed. This was a crazy one too. Heard about it, watched it, couldn't believe it. Big time collapse from the Eagles. They ended up choking a big lead, ended up losing. If I'm not mistaken, it might have been 21-0. I think. I gotta go back. I think it was 21-0 when I watched the game. Let me tell you something. I could not believe it. The Cowboys ended up getting a big win. Dak Prescott was making movies. He was making movies out there, slinging around. That's why he's a beast. Let me tell you something. Dak Prescott's that dude. I don't give a crap what they tell you. Dak Prescott, that dude, period. Okay? But at the end of the day, the Eagles choked that game away, right? The offense is looking a little rough, man. It really is. Not as bad, but it's not as good either, I'm telling you. And Saquon Barkley taking the blame and saying he ain't produced. But, offensive line's been struggling, especially in the running game, having injuries, stuff like that. So it's been tough. It's been tough. Of course, I tell people, I say this all the time. The offensive line is the foundation. If you don't have the offensive defensive line as the foundation, you're going to have some struggles. I don't care who you have, you're going to have struggles. Whether they're going through injuries or not playing well, you're going to have struggles on offense and defense. You're going to have problems. And that's just the truth of what's happening right now. But the Eagles have been getting wins, right? And they're still like top 3, and stuff like that. They still most likely, they're going to win the division. They're going to win the NFC East, okay? That's no problem. But they got to find a way to get healthy on the offensive line. They got to get the receivers the ball as best they can, but they got to run that ball first. They got to dominate that run to open up things, right? They have to do that. And the Cowboys, they're trying to creep up. This was like the Super Bowl, right? And I get it because it's been a rough year for them. They've been through ups and downs. I mean, I remember when they freaking lost to the Eagles. It was a close game, and then they lost to the Bears when they probably should have beat the Bears, right? People were expecting to beat the Bears. So I get it, right? And I understand it. It's tough. So they've been going through ups and downs. I think now they're 5-5-1. But they got a big win, trying to catapult, trying to get it in. They have a big climb, man. They got a big hill to climb. But they have a chance, though. They have a chance. But here's one that wasn't close, though. Rams dog walked the Buccaneers. It was 34-7. A beatdown of all beatdowns on that Sunday night. Beatdowns of all beatdowns on that Sunday night. And Baker Mayfield got injured. He got injured in that game. I don't know if he's going to be, he probably might be out for this upcoming week for sure, but we'll have to see. But overall, man, Matthew Stafford might be leading the MVP race. I'm telling you right now, it's either him or Jonathan Taylor, right? It's them two for me. It's them two, period. Okay. Matthew Stafford is that dude. He's been that dude since he was with the Lions, but since he's been with the Rams, it's been unbelievable magic he's been putting on. Going on a Super Bowl, winning Super Bowl, going on having another great season. The beginning of the year, I remember, man, they talked about it in the game. We didn't even know if he was going to start week 1 because of I think the back injuries he was dealing with. He went from that, being questioned to play week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, probably being on injured reserve, to starting week 1 and playing at a historically high level, okay? And just playing in a magical place. So shout out to him, man. He a beast. And he deserves this, man, because he's been a beast with Detroit when they were horrendous as a football team. Before the Lions became what they are now, real good, real great. Another big one. The 49ers ended up beating the Panthers. The Panthers are trying to stay afloat against the Buccaneers. They're trying to stay afloat against them Buccaneers. So, but they did take an L, right? Now, they still obviously close, but they did take an L to them 49ers. 49ers, a big win that they needed. 20-9, forced the Panthers to be in tough situations defensively. They put up some good, solid points, but they really made sure defensively they were separating themselves. The defense for the 49ers was really suffocating Bryce Young and that offense, and made that offense really look discombobulated and stuff like that. So shout out to them, right? Shout out to them. Now, let me tell you something. We're going into it, right? We'll just talk about all of them. It starts Thursday, though, 1 p.m., man. Packers versus Lions, it almost don't get better than this. It really almost don't, okay? The Lions are 7-4, while the Packers are 7-3-1. This division rides on games like this, okay? The Lions need to win games like this. They're at home. But the Packers are real close because, remember, the Packers have already won up. Remember, week 1, man. Week 1. Okay, I believe it was week 1. Packers ended up beating them Lions, man. Michael Parsons was putting in that work. Okay, and I'm telling you right now, that was a fun one. Okay, this is another one. If the Packers win, they're up 2-0 against the Lions. Okay, they own the tiebreaker. You know, Lions got to get this win. It's a big one, but this is a fun one on at 1 p.m. Y'all know it starts off right. It started off right. Then 4:30 p.m. Oh my gosh, the Chiefs versus America's favorite team, the Cowboys, 5-1 versus 6-5. This is going to be fun on CBS and Paramount. I cannot wait for this game. This is another great one. Okay, another great one that's going to be special tonight. Okay, on the Thanksgiving night. Okay, and let me tell you something. Another one that, listen, I know the record's a little rough, but this one could be a fun one. The Bengals versus the Ravens. This could be the one. Okay, Lamar Jackson versus Joe Burrow. I mean, on prime time Thursday night on NBC/Peacock. That's going to be a fun one, guys. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all going to see movies. Y'all going to see offensive explosion of all epic proportions. Y'all going to see Lamar Jackson put on the show, and you're going to see Joe Burrow put on the show, in my opinion, coming off that injury. I really believe he's going to throw the ball everywhere and make sure the receivers get the ball. I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. You know what I'm saying? I think Derrick Henry is going to be able to run the ball as good as he can, man. I really believe that. I think both offenses are going to have some good explosions. I think that's going to be fun. Y'all better stay up for Thanksgiving and watch that. That's going to be good food in the stomach. Now, Friday on Prime Video. Y'all got to watch this on Friday now. Y'all better be ready on Friday. I know y'all going to be hungover off that food, okay? But Friday, Eagles versus Bears. Both teams need this win. Both of them. Both of them are trying to get to 9-3. Both of them are trying to avoid the 8-4. Right? They both need this win. They both want this win bad. This is going to be a fun matchup and a fun style to see how this goes. Caleb Williams versus, Jalen Hurts, and you got the great receivers on both sides, man. The running backs are amazing too, man. I'm telling you, okay? This is going to be fun. Can't wait for that. It's going to be a special one. Y'all got to be ready for it. The Eagles got to protect up front because the Bears could come up there too. And the Bears got to protect up front too, because let me tell you something, right? This Eagles defensive line is special, okay? It's special. So please understand that's going to happen, okay? Another game that's going to be really, really good is the Browns versus 49ers. I think the Browns at home is going to be competitive. Shador's going to be starting, okay? They're going to be competitive in this game. The 49ers got to withstand that onslaught in Cleveland in this cold weather in November, okay, going into December. You got to be ready for the Browns in a competitive game in this November weather, man. The 49ers got to be careful, okay? They can come up and sneak up and get you, okay? Shador can sling that ball around and get you, right? So you better be careful. Another one, 7-4 Jaguars going into 1-10 Tennessee Titan land. Listen, they're probably going to lose, Tennessee. Let's be honest. But we got to talk about it. The Jaguars could put up a show, and have a good one. I can't wait. That's going to be fun. Another fun one, man. Now, this one will be fun at 1 p.m. on Sunday. Texans 6-5 versus the Colts. The Colts can win this game, go 9-3. They're really going to be separating themselves at this point, okay? If they can separate themselves even more, this is going to be fun right here. It'll be fun. The Texans, if they lose this game, they're really going to be in trouble. They'll be 6-6. They'll be in some deep trouble. But the Colts, I believe in the next few weeks, towards the end of the year, obviously the next few weeks, they play, I believe, the Jaguars twice and the Titans twice. Texans twice. They already played the Titans earlier twice. So this is going to be fun. The Colts, if they win probably two of these, if they beat the Jaguars once and the Texans once, they might be in a good shape and they might win the division, man. So you got to be ready to go. If you're Texans, it starts here. You got to try to get a win here in Indianapolis, man. That game going to be fun. Dolphins do play the Saints, okay, in that game. The Jets play the Falcons as well. That's going to be a game right there that you can look out for. Another big game. The Panthers are at home, 6-6, need a big win against them Rams, who are 9-2. They need to get this big win on Sunday at 1 p.m. That's a big one for the Panthers. It's one of the biggest games of their season, because they could go 7-6 and beat a real good team who's number one in the NFC right now. The Bucks are 6-5. They got to try to get that win so they can stay ahead. Okay, they got to stay ahead. The Cardinals are 3-8. The Buccaneers trying to get a big win. Vikings are 4-7. They play the Seattle Seahawks. Who are 8-3. Okay, this is a big one too right here. Big one. Okay, it's a big one too for both teams. Okay, Vikings are trying to stay afloat. They're not trying to be too separated from the top heat. They already behind deeply, and the Seattle Seahawks are trying to win the NFC West. And that's a fun division. That's going down the wire, man, with the 49ers, right? With the 49ers and the Rams, man. You know, that's gonna be something crazy, man. Something crazy out there, baby. Something crazy. So Seattle's trying to stay afloat of that. Chargers are 7-4 playing against the Raiders. The Chargers most likely might end up getting a big win. Okay, there's another game though. Bills versus the Steelers, man. The Steelers got to find a way to get a win. If they lose this game, they're in deep trouble. Especially if the Ravens find a way to win on Thursday night. That's going to be a crazy one. So the Bills and the Steelers, that's going to be a movie. Y'all know it's going to be a movie. Can't wait. 8:20 p.m., Commanders versus Broncos. This would have been a big game, but obviously the Commanders are going through some different injuries. But Broncos are 9-2, trying to go 10-2. This is going to be a fun one as well, okay? Fun one as well. And Monday, Patriots are 10-2, are trying to stay up at number 1. Playing against the Giants, who are 2-10, dealing with injuries, dealing with firings and things of that nature. One thing, though, that's really big, the Raiders ended up firing their offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly. Now, they still paying them a lot of money to sit at home, but I understood why they fired him. It wasn't really shocking to me. That one was kind of interesting because I had a feeling this was going to be bad when he tried to change Ashton Genty's stance for no reason. I don't understand why. Especially when he's dominant doing it, and then you got other players like Jabbar Gibbs doing it, other players historically who've done it. And it makes sense. He's a little smaller too. So, you know, when he's standing up and everyone else is bending down, you see the defense, you see linebackers, you see different people, see where they're sitting at, where they're standing at. So I didn't see why he did it, but that's a whole nother discussion. But yeah, they should have fired him. I don't even know if he's real great in college. And I think in the NFL, with the Eagles, he was great. They had a lot of great talent with LaShawn McCoy, Jackson. Nick Foles was playing well there. Different receivers, different defenders too, different players. And he tried to trade that and move that and just change things for no reason when he was 10, 20, and 12, the first 2 years. So, and then with the 49ers, that flamed out. So, just doing things he shouldn't be doing, making piss poor decision after piss poor decision. And so yeah, I think his time in the NFL is gonna be about done, to be honest with you. And he's gotten multiple chances doing it. I think he's gonna be done though. For sure. But overall, man, the NFL's been fun, the NFL's been amazing. And I'm excited to watch, man, the game. So I hope y'all enjoy the games. I hope y'all enjoy everything. Please have fun, man, and be safe out there, all right? All right. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. All right. Peace.